I'm Alan Weinstein, author of Memoirs of a Learning Disabled Dyslexic Multimillionaire, and welcome to my Q&A show. Today I will be answering a question from Gibby. The question is, "Hi Alan, I'm wondering what your advice would be on holding myself accountable and how to achieve my goals. I'm an action taker, but find it very challenging to finish a project when it's business related. I'll complete about 90%, relatively easy, but that last 10% is next to impossible. I think it's related to a fear of success and what it would mean for me to totally kick butt and be financially very successful. Help. I have so many awesome things I want to do. Thank you." Well, Gibby, let me start with solving situations and solving problems. First requires that you know about those problems or situations. So you are very well on your way to solving this because you know your problem. So let's talk about it specifically. It's called fear, and you rightly called it fear of success. But fear is a friend. Fear tells you different things. For example, you're walking down the street in the middle of the night and 5 people are walking towards you with a bat. You got fear. You're going to walk away. On the other hand, somebody asks you to go make a speech, you may fear that also. So the first fear about walking away was right. The second fear about making a speech in front of people is something you have to work on. So what I mean by fear as a friend, fear will tell you the things that you are afraid to do, but you can do, or the things that you should do to get away from situations. I hope that's clear. So let's talk about your fear of success. Success is a very difficult thing. Money is a very difficult thing to handle. Many people don't understand that in order to become successful, you have to finish that last 10%. And that is always the most difficult part. Why? Because at the end of that journey is when you really begin to have to face all the situations and problems that this business is going to afford you. However, you have to work on it in your head first. You have to realize that your fear is self-imposed. Remember, this is not like walking away from people who are carrying bats. This is a fear that you have presented to you in your own mind. You have to realize if other people don't have this fear, that means you don't have to have this fear. But everybody will walk away from 5 people carrying bats towards you. So that's a common fear. Your fear is specific. You have to think about it, and you have to dream in your mind about that last 10% success, and you can't give in. You can't quit. When you get to that last 10%, you quit. Quitting is not an option. You must stop, think about what really you are afraid of. Once you decide what you're afraid of, think about it, control it, work on it, and eventually you'll conquer it. A fear which is self-imposed can always be conquered, depending upon how you handle it. I hope this helps you, because if you get that far with a project, you deserve to finish it. Always remember, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. Thank you for your question. And if anyone else out there would like to ask me a question, please go to my website, alanweinstein.com. That's Alan, A-L-L-E-N. Thank you.